Hello there people of the internet, welcome to our channel. I hope you people are going to enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today in this video we're going to talk about some very simple but very effective tips and tricks to instantly improve your game in any FPS shooter, that's including Warzone, Fortnite, PUBG, you name it. These tips should be relevant for most games, but of course there might be a few which some of these tips might not apply. If you're interested in any of our social medias, the links will be in the description. So let's kick things off with number 5. So in this tip we are going to help you improve your aim, and there are a few ways of doing this. One, which is playing a private match with bots before going into an actual public match. You will straight away see yourself improve. By doing this, you're not only warming up, but you're getting in the zone. You're hitting where you need to be. The second way, which is my personal favourite, it's the same as the previous tip. You know, you go into a private match, you get your bots, you have a few games, but with this one, you up your sensitivity only about 3, 4, 5 notches. It's enough to notice a difference. Then play a match or two. When you get into your actual match, you want to lower it. Why? But this works very well for me. Even when I'm having a bad game, I up it, then I play a little while, then I drop it. It works really well. Okay, so tip number 4. This tip mainly goes for most shooters, however I am aware that some don't have this feature, so bear that in mind. This is about your radar and your compass, anything where you can get a slight advantage over your opponents. I'm going to be using games like Call of Duty and Battlefield for examples for this one. For instance, in Call of Duty, if anyone without a suppressed weapon is shooting, they will show up on your radar or your compass. You will roughly know where they're going to be heading and how many there are going to be, so it gives you some proper detail there. You can always use it to predict enemy spawns and movements. Example, if you see your team all around you, then you're more likely to be safe than if there was none of your team spawning near you. The way I see it, I'm always on opposite sides of the maps than my team, because I know I won't get much action if I'm in our spawn. If I'm in their spawn, I'm away from my team, so that's where they got to spawn. That's where I'm going to get the action. If that makes any sense to you at all. This one's mainly a Warzone tip. If you hear shooting and it don't pop up on the radar, however, it might pop up on your compass if you're looking in the right direction. Tip number 3. This one you may have heard a lot about, but I'm going to explain it anyways. Playing without vibrations on your controller will improve your aim, even if it's the slightest, even if you don't notice it at all. It will improve your aim. I do not do this myself, I like my vibrations. Will knock your aim, and that could cost you the gunfight, and you want to win as many of them as possible. Not only that, but don't quote me on this, but it can also do some damage to your hands and your nerves and that. Vibrations constantly going. I'm not too sure though, but I'm guessing it'll be like white finger. I don't know. This one's a quick one. Tip number 2. You might have thought this, or just never realised it, but if you turn your brightness up, it makes enemies a little bit more easier to see. If you're on PC, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't play PC often, if you lower your resolution, tune down all the quality, then it'll actually make people easier to see. It's less for your eyes to concentrate on, I guess. I'm going to use this time. I haven't really put any of these in order, they just came as I thought or remembered them. And tip number 1. Learn different button layouts. Example, hey if you use bump and jumper, then you can do a lot more like melee and jump without taking your fingers off your controller sticks, and that's very important because you always want to be able to aim and move and do as many stuff as possible. So if you've got a standard controller, highly suggest you go and get used to a new button layout because they're very important. Especially in Call of Duty, you can play tactical, so you can drop people. Yeah, it's just really good. You have to. It's worth learning. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and peace.